Good morning. Today's going to be the 0 day in Wrightwood. I think we're going to start off by wandering back down the street towards the Grizzly Cafe. I'm going to check that place out, see what they got on offer for breakfasts. Well, I'm finishing up breakfast and some more hikers I knew kind of at the, we were all around each other at the beginning of the trail, but I haven't seen some of these guys in a little bit, so it's cool running into some more peeps I recognize on the trail. Back from breakfast, that was excellent. Now I think it's time for laundry. Bathtub laundry it is. The sun is shining nicely, and get that starting to dry and stuff. I've got some planning done for what this next stretch looks like, so then I need to just do some shopping later this afternoon. Do a lot of lounging around and resting and stuff, but I'll show you what this next stretch kind of looks like. Currently in town, taking our 0 day. Gonna get back on trail tomorrow morning after breakfast. Inspiration Point is where we got, where we left the trail at. So only planning on doing like a 14.5 mile day. There's a big campgrounds there. This one's going to be up and over Baden Powell and patchy snow and stuff, so I think a 14.5 mile day is going to be good enough for that one. This next day doesn't look like, I'd like to make this closer to like an 18 and this an 18 to try to balance these distances out, but it didn't look like there was good tenting options, so if I can find one at like 18 miles in on this day, I'll go for it. Otherwise, there's tent sites around here at 404. Then it might be only a 16.5 mile day to tent sites here, then a 19.5. And then we are getting into Agua Dulce is the next town stop. So one way or the other is going to be about a 5-day stretch. Here's the number of breakfasts, days worth of snacks, and dinners I will need to pull this off. Laundry's all washed. Now it's out to dry. I'm back from doing my resupply shopping. I bounced back and forth between the market and the mountain hardware stores. They're right next to each other. So I got a little bit of everything. I got the breakfast will be the Pop-Tarts, a whole bunch of snacks, and then 4 Mountain House meals. And that should be good to get me 5 days to Agua Dulce. Might see about the brew house for lunch. Back from a great lunch. I got all my chores done. I got resupply done. I've got laundry done. All my electronics are charged. I'm ready to rock. Now it's just time to relax. I feel like I need to take a nap for like the next 3 hours because I've been up since like 5 a.m. I've got a list of a few trail angels who will shuttle hikers back and forth back up to the trailhead, but I'm kind of debating whether I should try to call someone to coordinate something for the morning after breakfast time frame, or should I just stand on the main street and stick my thumb out. I think today is a Friday, so tomorrow will be a Saturday, so there might be people heading up to the overlooks and stuff anyway for the weekend hiking, so I don't know. I may just try to stick my thumb out and hitch in the morning whenever I'm ready to go back out. But I think I'm just going to relax for a bit. I've got all my latest videos and stuff uploaded too, so I'm like 100% good to go. It's just time to rest. I'll check back in when something else happens. Well, I just ran out to Mile High Pizza, which is just around the corner from here. I got myself another just little personal sized. I think that'll do me for dinner for tonight. I'm just gonna eat this, finish editing this video, and then probably going right to bed. Plan on getting up early. I wish the breakfast place served earlier, but they don't open until 8 o'clock. So I'll probably eat from like 8 to 9, come back here, pack up, and start looking at hitchhiking back to trail tomorrow morning after that. So we'll see you guys all in the morning. Thanks for checking out this 0 day. Good morning. Today we'll be getting back on trail. Right now I'm just finishing packing up stuff, and we still got like over an hour until breakfast opens, and that'll probably take an hour or so. So I'm just kind of at that point where it's like I'm so ready to go get back on trail. Like as soon as the sun's up, man, I gotta be hiking. If it's any later than like 6 o'clock, I feel like I'm late. But, I don't know, I think I can still make the distances and stuff. I'm trying to do like a 14-something mile day, but I may not get on trail till like 10 o'clock at the latest or something like that, which is pretty late, I feel. I definitely like to get to camp before sunset for sure, so I can get like editing and everything else taken care of. But it'll be fun. So now I'm just patiently waiting for breakfast to open, and we'll go get something to eat here in a little bit. Back at the Grizzly Cafe for breakfast. Done with breakfast. Just finishing packing everything up in the room here. I'm gonna go check out and start with the hitch. I got a feeling it won't take too long. There's probably somebody heading up to the trailhead, so I'll report back whenever I get back up there. And we're back on trail. Got Inspiration Point parking lot there behind me. Back where we got off trail 2 days ago, I think it would be. It was pretty easy getting the hitch. It was only about 5 minutes before another guy kind of drove by and he was like, hey, I'm making runs up and down back to the place. Jump in if you want. So I guess overall pretty easy to go down and back. And I think the first like 4 miles or so is just little bits of ups and downs. And then we get to another parking area, I think. And then it's all like straight uphill to up Baden-Powell. And first water source for the day is like six or so miles in or something like that. So I'm packing out like 1.5 liters from town. There's Baden-Powell. I think the side we're going up is going to be kind of the right side of the mountain that I'm looking at, where the tree cover's at. It kind of just goes through 100 switchbacks and zigzags its way all the way to the top. Passing by some campgrounds area. Looks like maybe the water cache maybe? Really don't need anything though. Yeah, it's like a bunch of hiker stuff. Cool, yeah, I don't need anything. I'm gonna keep moving. We're only like a mile in so far. Lots of day hikers out. It is a Saturday. I'll probably see a lot of people going up Baden-Powell. Probably not many people going up the backside and, you know, continuing on, probably just going up and down it. You can definitely tell there's some snow patches up there now. Coming into Vincent Gap down there. Full parking lot. There's gonna be a ton of people climbing the mountain. Switchbacks in there somewhere, but it's gonna be steep. All the way up to the top of Baden-Powell. I better see some Boy Scouts today, because if those of you that don't know, Baden-Powell is the guy who created scouting. Peak to Baden-Powell says 4.5 miles. Here we go. All uphill, lots of switchbacks. That is a baby rattlesnake. I've never seen one that small. Very pretty. Here's a side trail for Lamel Spring. I'm gonna go down here and top up my water, take a break, I think we're about halfway up the mountain at this point. But definitely due for a break. Eat some snacks, drink some water. There's the spring. There's where it's flowing out from. And a little collection pipe down here. There's a hummingbird enjoying some of the waters. Back to the main trail. That's just a short, like 0.1 off trail, not steep or anything, so that's good access to get to the spring. That hummingbird was pretty cool. He was just chilling right next to me, splashing around in the water at different times, less than a foot away easily at the closest. A couple of patches of snow up here now. Got about a mile left at this point to the top. The snow is really still not that bad at all. There's just a few patches where you gotta step in it just for a little bit. This has been a fun climb. Probably one of the steepest climbs we've done so far. This last mile's been the steepest. A little bit of snow up here. It's a little bit of a snowdrift. Pretty close to the top now. To get up to the summit is like a 0.1 side trail, so I think I'm definitely gonna do that just to go see. I think there's a monument or something at the top for Baden-Powell himself. We'll have to check out what that looks like. Get a little overlook to the left here in a second. My driver from who took me from town up here said that on a clear day you can see all the way to Catalina Island. It's definitely a little hazy out that way. Can't even see LA skyline or anything just yet. That's all stuff we've come over 2 days ago. Can't really see the sign, but this is where it splits off for the summit, so we're gonna take the little 0.1 side trail and get up there. There's the plaque at the top, Baden-Powell. Mount Baden-Powell, named in 1931, founder of scouting. Elevation 9,399 feet.
Yeah, you can do it.
Here's kind of at the very top. Suddenly got a little more windy. There's kind of looking out to where like LA and stuff would be out that way, but it's definitely too hazy to really see anything. And we're going to be going back down to the PCT trail, heading into those mountains. I think from here we got like another 6 more miles or so. Back on the PCT. No more day hikers. There's a lot of people out. It is a weekend. And from here we got about 6 miles left to the Little Jimmy Campground. That's where the next water source is. Should be plenty of room for like tenting and stuff. So I think that'll be a good place to end the day. And we did get a late start and stuff. There's Baden-Powell up there. Still can't see any city, LA skyline area, but it's out that way. It's kind of like a knife's edge walk as we go between the peaks. You can see the trail wander straight up the edge of that one. We got one more uphill, and then it's all downhill the last couple miles to the campground. I think we're finally done with the uphills for the day. It's just steep. When you're at 9,000+ feet, you don't have the oxygen for that kind of stuff. The Sierras are going to be fun then. Should be all downhill from here in a little bit. And we got just over 3 miles left, I think. I think we're somewhere about a mile out from camp. It's kind of been a long, grueling day. There's a lot of clouds kind of forming on the western side of the mountain, and I can feel the humidity. I got a feeling I'm going to be sleeping in a cloud tonight, and all my stuff's going to be soaking wet. This is Little Jimmy Spring, flowing well. We're like 0.1 or 0.2 from the campgrounds. Loaded up with water. Campground's right around the corner, and I finally found some Boy Scouts. There's a troop down there filling up at the spring. So we might have a little bit of a crowd tonight at the campground. And next water source is about 10-ish miles from here. We're gonna have the, there's a part of the trail that's closed coming up tomorrow. Part of an endangered frog species closure. So I'll have to detour around that, and I think there's water access on part of the detour. Here's a quick pan around the campgrounds. Ran into some people I hadn't seen in a bit. There's a lot of people here though. There's a group up on top of there with a bunch of tents. A bunch of Boy Scouts are going to be over on that side. This is where I'm at. So there was a comment on one of my recent videos that just came out, so you won't see the answer to your comment for a couple of weeks until this video goes out. But you were asking about kind of my setup routine once I get to camp and then when I break down in the morning. So I'll kind of cover that pretty quickly, but it's kind of a whirlwind sprint of getting everything set up. So first thing I do, set up shelter, is number one. So look for a flat piece of ground, throw everything I'm going to need inside the shelter, warm clothes and stuff for the night. I'm going to fill up my mattress here in a second and just get all that stuff set up. And then I kind of multitask as much as I can. I'm going to get dinner going, and 90% of my time is spent just editing. It takes a while to get the videos off of my camera and onto the phone, so I try to get all that stuff moving as fast as I can while I'm kind of working on everything else at the same time. Here's the next phase of my evening prep. I got food going. Gonna have the chili mac and beef, and then all I gotta do is plug my camera into this setup and start downloading videos, and then I'll be editing from there. This process usually takes like an hour. It takes a while to do videos. First place with a bear box. I think that's gonna do it for tonight. I got all my videos in the phone, so for the next hour I'm just gonna be editing. Got dinner and stuff done, teeth brushed, food's all tucked away in the bear box, and that's pretty much all I do for my night routine. In the morning, it's just quick. About 30 minutes before sunrise, as soon as it starts getting bright where you don't need a headlamp or anything, I just pack everything up as quick as I can and start hitting the trail. I don't have a breakfast that requires cooking, so I usually eat that on the go, and that's my morning routine. So, thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys in the next one.